I graduate, I want to become an artist. Coming from someone in my position, how many of you can believe that? I get it. Totally no discrimination towards those who want to, but I just couldn't make it out in the future. I probably won't end up very successful. But why? Isn't being an artist like any other job that little kids can have on their list of careers they can consider in the future? Why can't those same little kids have the hopes and dreams they'll end up happy, successful, and proud in their choice? Back to my statement, being an artist, it's not true. When I was younger and naive, I did want to be an artist. My parents, on the other hand, encouraged me to try something else, something like medicine or law, so I did. I made myself follow a path of medicine with the outcome of becoming a doctor. Up until middle school, though, that didn't really work out. I just wasn't as passionate about it. So now, I'm a little stuck on what to do. I mean, maybe I could go back to art, right? I like doing it, and I think I'm pretty good at it. Despite that, we start to think that we know what's going to hold me back. And that's probably the success and worth that does not come from doing art. From conversations with my friends and what I've seen in my generation, artists are truly looked down upon. Things like the fear of failure, academic recognition, the potential to earn, and our overall perspective are the common perpetrators. From what I've seen, if someone says they want to become some kind of artist, there will always be at least one critical reaction. For starters, the critique may just come from a place of cultural or familial judgment. In many cultures that aren't Western, mainly due to the difference of Western individualism and non-Western collectivism, families work hard to ensure that their kids have the future they deserve and emphasize their family values. But that deserved future revolves all around respect. That could be self-respect, respect for your family, and respect for the work that was put into for the child. Kids in my generation have a sort of push towards considerably respectable careers that'll impress their family and family friends. Otherwise, they could be seen as ungrateful. And this happens a lot in certain cultures, like my own, Uzbek and Mexican. So do with that information what you will. Now, this push is a sort of pressure, a pressure to pursue something that'll benefit these kids' future. For example, in my experience, becoming a doctor meant that I could help people, help my family, and become someone my family can be proud of. I say family a lot, don't I? That's because I'm sure lots of kids with a family like that, like mine, feel the same. Some might argue that artistic careers are gradually becoming more accepted. But evidence shows that traditional biases are still in the way. I mean, even today, when I talk about maybe pursuing art with my mom, she tells me maybe something else. Of course, though, that's another critique. A critique that comes from a place of concern. Maybe someone could have the concern that someone else who wants to pursue art couldn't get as much recognition or as much money as someone who pursues something more academically challenging. In some parts of the academic society, it has become really common to box people into two categories: smart people and creative people. I never liked this categorization, as research shows it limits people's perceptions of themselves and each other. By boxing someone, especially a child, into one of these categories, society makes them think they can only choose between two paths, where one of these paths are more favorable than the other because of the outcome. This is simplistic and incorrect. For example, Doctors need to be both smart and creative to diagnose complex medical situations. And an artist is of course creative, but needs to know aspects in the artistic area of knowledge to complete their piece. Research from Howard Gardner's multiple intelligences theory supports this, emphasizing that individuals possess a range of abilities that aren't just smart and creative. So, with these boxes in mind, we start to form a vision of what these boxes should consist of. For instance, in a session guiding my class into choosing careers in universities, we took a personality test that may help steer us in the right direction. This personality test, in my perspective, totally took this box approach, as it seemed like it wanted us to answer, "I'm smart," or "I'm creative," as if they couldn't align. My best friend and I received results in the creative box and suggested jobs with a low overall rating by how the website worked. For example, my good, smart, creative friend was suggested laundromat owner. Stuff like this just shows us the narrow view that someone out there still has on career paths and academics. Despite the discourse of these two categories, if they even exist, it is very true that both have significant value to society and a person's life. They both contribute to society in their own ways, and truly everything within them and in between represent the beauty of what humans are capable of. This brings us to the final critique, a critique that comes from a place of confusion. Why art? I mean, we must surely know that art has been and will continue to be a way for people to express themselves, to mimic nature, and to rather dramatically change the world. But if art and artists are truly this important, and this is common knowledge, why am I even here saying this? Because maybe it's not common knowledge. We are forgetting why art is so important. Like I said earlier, doctors and even lawyers help provide people with what they need to survive. But art and artists give people something to survive for. So, now, it is our turn to remember the purpose of art, the purpose of conveying human expression, human skills, human spent time, something that just can't be outdone or replaced by anything. AI. To be clear, I'm not bringing down anyone who thinks a certain way about art or wants to pursue things that are amazing for society, much like art is. But I am saying that our perspectives should change, should receive some kind of turning point. And we, as a society, shouldn't put down someone for wanting to impact themselves, impact the world, and impact what we live for. Thank you.